To all of you fellow seekers of whispers, welcome back to Whispers in the Dark. Tonight, we venture into the towering wilderness of Yosemite National Park, where the serene beauty of nature hides the eerie shadow of a mystery unsolved for over 4 decades. This is the haunting tale of Stacy Ann Arras, a bright young girl who disappeared without a trace, leaving behind only a chilling silence and a trail of unanswered questions. It was July 17th, 1981. Stacy Ann Arras, just 14 years old, arrived at Yosemite National Park with her father and 7 other friends. Stacy was full of excitement, a teenager ready to explore the beauty of Yosemite's rugged wilderness. The group had journeyed on horseback to reach the Sunrise High Sierra camp, perched high in the Sierra Nevada, a remote and isolated part of the park. This camp was only reachable by foot or horseback, making it a true retreat from civilization. Stacy, like many young adventurers, was eager to explore. The sun was beginning to dip, casting a golden glow across the jagged peaks, and the air was cool but inviting. After a long day of riding, she wanted to stretch her legs and explore the nearby lake. This would be her final adventure for the day, or so everyone thought. Accompanied briefly by an elderly member of their group, Stacy set off for the lake. The elderly man soon grew tired and stopped to rest while Stacy continued alone. She promised she wouldn't go far, but as she reached the edge of the lake, she simply disappeared, as if swallowed by the wilderness itself. At first, no one thought much of Stacy's absence. It was a mere 100-yard walk to the lake, hardly a trek that should take long. The elderly man, sitting on a nearby rock, expected her to return within minutes. But those minutes stretched into an hour, and soon worry began to creep in. The man retraced her steps, but found no sign of her. He called out her name, expecting to see her emerge from behind a tree or rock. Silence. Something was wrong. He hurried back to the group, and soon Stacy's father and the others were scouring the area, calling out for her, their voices echoing in the growing dusk. As night fell over the Sierra Nevada, a sense of dread settled over the camp. The group, now deeply alarmed, realized Stacy was lost. The lake was nearby. She couldn't have gone far. How could she have disappeared so completely in such a short distance? By sunrise, a full search was underway. Park rangers, search and rescue teams, and volunteers flooded the area. Helicopters circled overhead, but as the hours turned into days, not a single clue surfaced. No footprints, no broken branches, no trace of Stacy. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. The search for Stacy Ann Arras became one of the largest in Yosemite's history. For over a week, search and rescue teams combed through every inch of the area surrounding the camp. Helicopters buzzed overhead, scanning from above, while search dogs scoured the terrain for any scent of Stacy. They covered miles of ground, sweeping through forests, lake shores, and rocky cliffs. Despite their best efforts, there was nothing. No signs of struggle, no personal belongings, no footprints. The dogs picked up no scent trail, an unusual occurrence, especially in such an active area. What baffled everyone was the fact that Stacy was so close to the camp when she disappeared. The path to the lake was short, and she wasn't alone for long. Searchers speculated that if she had fallen or injured herself, she would have been found quickly. But after days of searching, the only conclusion left was that she had simply vanished. Theories began to circulate among the searchers and the media. Could Stacy have gotten lost? The area was rugged but not so dense that a person couldn't navigate their way back to camp. Could she have fallen into one of the hidden crevices or caves that dot Yosemite's landscape? Or was something more sinister at play? In cases like these, speculation often turns to the unexplainable. Wild theories began to surface as the search dragged on. The most logical explanation was that Stacy had wandered too far and became lost, disoriented by the wilderness. But that theory didn't sit right with many people. Stacy had been only moments away from camp, and the lake was visible from where the elderly man had been sitting. How could she have vanished so completely in broad daylight? Some believed Stacy might have fallen victim to the wilderness itself. Yosemite is home to dangerous wildlife, mountain lions, black bears, and even coyotes. Could she have been attacked? Yet no signs of a struggle were ever found. There was no blood, no torn clothing, and the search dogs would have undoubtedly picked up on the scent of an animal attack. Other, more sinister theories emerged as well. Could Stacy have been abducted? It seemed far-fetched. The camp was remote, and there were no other reported hikers in the area. But the eerie possibility of human interference hung in the air. Some even whispered about the darker side of Yosemite's history, where strange disappearances have been recorded for decades, giving rise to speculation about the park itself hiding its own secrets. Among those stories were tales of people walking off into the forest and never returning. Could Stacy have stumbled upon something, or someone, that she wasn't supposed to? Had she encountered an unknown danger lurking in the wilderness? Or perhaps, as some believe, had she become the victim of something far more paranormal? The missing 411 phenomenon, popularized by investigator David Paulides, suggests that many disappearances in national parks share common, eerie threads. People vanish without a trace, often in remote areas, leaving behind no clues as to their fate. Stacy's case seemed to fit this disturbing pattern. Was her disappearance part of a larger mystery, one that stretches beyond the realm of explanation? 40 years have passed since Stacy Ann Arras disappeared from Yosemite National Park. Her father never gave up hope, returning year after year to the park, searching for any sign of his daughter. He consulted with psychics, investigators, and experts, but the answers never came. For those who visit the Sunrise High Sierra camp today, Stacy's story lingers in the air, a tragic reminder of the danger hidden in even the most beautiful landscapes. Hikers who visit the lake where Stacy was last seen often describe a chilling sensation, a feeling that something or someone is watching from the trees. Some have reported hearing faint whispers, as if the forest itself is trying to speak. But the silence surrounding her disappearance remains as thick as the trees that have grown in the years since she vanished. Thank you for joining us on this unsettling journey through the shadows of Yosemite, as we continue to explore the darkest corners of history and the unexplained. We urge you to share your thoughts. What do you think happened to Stacy Ann Arras? Could it be a tragic accident or something much more mysterious? And before we go, a quick reminder, if you've enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, check out our merchandise. From cryptid-themed tees to eerie hoodies, we've got something for every fan of the mysterious. Your support helps us bring these stories to life. So remember, every whisper counts. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the mysteries we have yet to uncover. Until next time, remember, in the wilderness, not everything is as it seems.